Welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about a way that you can increase your credit score within just as little as 24 hours. Okay, this is something that's very important because there are so many of us that need to get our credit scores repaired. We need to build up our credit score. We're trying to apply for different things. Maybe we need shelter, maybe we need a vehicle, maybe we need a credit card in case of an emergency. Whatever it is that we need to get our credit report repaired before we can do so. So, what is something that we can do that's going to help us in order to build up our credit report? Well, here's what you can do. If you have a family member or a friend or even a stranger that you know well enough, all you have to do is speak with that person, and if they're willing to help you, they can add you on to their credit card as a authorized user. Now, before you click off of this video and say, no one's going to do that for me, I'm going to explain to you how you can get them to do it. All right. So, what you do is when you approach this person, you explain to them your situation, why your credit has gotten to where it is, that you're trying to rebuild your credit, and you ask them, you say, hey, if your bank allows you to add someone as a authorized user without issuing a card or with a zero limit, would you be willing to add me to your account, right? Now, this is very important because depending on the bank, for instance, Navy Federal Credit Union will issue you a authorized user with a zero limit card. So a card comes, but there's no limit to it. So therefore, that person cannot go out and swipe your credit card and purchase things through your account, right? And then there are other banks like Capital One that you can add someone as an authorized user. You give them, the social and all that information so that it reports to their credit report, but they won't even issue a card for that authorized user, right? Then the other thing that you want to remind this person is that when they add you as an authorized user, the card gets shipped to them, not to you. So they can get the card and destroy the card. They don't have to worry about, you going and making any purchases on their account. It is not necessary for you to make any purchases on their account in order to get that payment history to report. Now, a couple caveats that I want to talk about with this method. Thing number one is if you're adding someone to your account as the holder of the authorized user, all you have to do is make sure that when you apply for that card, you have it shipped to you, not to the authorized user. By default, pretty much all banks ship them to the card holder, but just verify when you're on the phone with them. When you get the card, destroy the card, and boom, you're perfectly fine. All right. Now the other thing is for the person receiving the trade line. You have to remember that you will still need primary accounts, which means accounts in your own name, in order to be able to appropriately use the authorized user, because most banks now can filter out authorized user trade lines, and it's typically easier for them to spot them when they're on credit profiles that don't have other primary trade lines. So make sure that you are paying attention to that and getting your profile built where you have the appropriate trade lines on there to add the authorized user in and really seek the benefits. All right. Make sure that when you're looking for funding that you're doing pre-qualifications and checking it out to make sure that those banks are going to approve you with your current credit profile, and make sure that that authorized user account is coming from someone who's responsibly, who pays their account on time every month and pays their account appropriately, because if they do not, it can and will affect on you. So that goes for utilization, that goes for their payment history, anything that would report to your credit profile. If it was your primary account, will still report if it's someone else's primary account. With that being said, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. If you like this information, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow on other platforms, and share this out with everyone that you know. And we'll see you guys in the next one.